Okay. Hello, everybody. And welcome to everybody here. Thank you. Yeah, it looks like we all made it through the solar eclipse yesterday. Some of us had more challenges than others, but I'm glad you're all here today. And I'd like to welcome first SunPsychic Jean, wrong side. SunPsychic Jean is here.
Hi,
Welcome,
everybody.
Jean. Yeah. And we have our Valerie, and that's the wrong way again. Valerie from Dragonfly Crystals and Next Level Channeling. And we are happy to have her here as well. So thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. So yesterday, Jean went to an event, I believe. And so how did that go,
Yes,
Jean?
it was a huge success, and I
Good.
learned so much. I was a featured psychic at one of the stores in the mall in the area. She does a lot of like yoga in the back of her store. She
Oh,
features other psychic mediums in the back of her store, and
uh-huh.
different types of classes and things. So she invited me. I had met her at one of our psychic fairs, and she
Yes.
invited me to come. And she's an amazing artist and just intuitive and just a beautiful soul.
Wonderful.
It was really lovely, just
Oh,
being in that energy and being surrounded by all of those metaphysical,
yeah.
representations and uh, you know
Yeah. Brings
smells
your
and
vibe up. Yeah, it
oh,
does.
absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, that's wonderful. I'm so glad. And this week I had gotten a picture sent on from M. Steve. Apparently, you got to meet him last week.
He, oh my gosh, yeah. I think he's blackmailing me now. No, and Steve did come and see me at the fair. He rushed home
Oh,
from work and came right over and came to
uh-huh.
my booth, and I think I was just finishing reading the room, and we did get a picture together, and he said he wanted a picture together to let everybody know, that
Yeah,
he was out and
that's
connecting
so
with the
good,
community.
Jean.
It's really
Yes,
important for that connection to
it is.
happen.
It is.
Mhm.
And what a perfect, I'm so happy because I know when I have met people in real time, it's just it's so uplifting, and just to know that you connected with somebody that you worked with before, it's wonderful. So that's great. And Valerie had her second class yesterday for Akashic Records. It went really well. I was fortunate enough to work with her as a sort of a co-host helper,
Yeah, thank
and
you.
she's working on her tape right now. But this class really was just as good as the last one, I believe, maybe even better. I don't know, but my husband actually got to sit in, and he enjoyed it very much as well. So, thank you,
Mhm.
Oh,
Valerie. Thank you.
You're
Yeah,
welcome. Thank
and
you. Thank you
yes, you're
for helping me out.
of course, of course. It's my pleasure always. So, Jean came up with a beautiful picture, and if you came in through her channel, you might have seen it. And so, what we're going to do is we are going to have the ladies talk about the picture. So, I'm going to go right ahead, ladies, and Jean, you can start talking about it.
well, I do go through, I like to find a representation of what I'm feeling at this moment, or what represents me, or the meaning behind the show. And what I felt was that very white. I think you could see this here. The whitest spark right here. This is our divine spark. This is our connection to our soul's essence and our higher self. And what I feel is that this is growing inside of our heart space, and it allows us to radiate this energy out to all of our community and out to all of the humanity and to Gaia. And I just felt like this was such a representation of what I feel when I do my meditations and what comes in. It's definitely this heart chakra, throat chakra, third eye, and then the crown. It was very, very, it just really inspired me. And I thought that
Mhm.
this would be beautiful to share. And Val also had some connection with that as well.
I did because I was saying, Jean, that as I was meditating, even this morning, again, I connect with Divine Source and heard, you are the spark of Divine Source. You are the light. Embrace, embrace that light. Be that light. And what you do is you allow that spark to just grow and grow and grow by acknowledging and having that in your awareness. You become this blissful, huge ball of energy that goes out around the world and out into the universe. And there is in your breath, as you breathe deeply, hopefully 3 times, because that seems to really settle all these energies in. But you are acknowledging, yes, this is who I really am. This is who I truly am. And instead of pulling light down through your crown, which you can still do, you grow that spark and acknowledge that. And then you join everything, all that is in the universe, by sending that spark light out. And so you're doing the same thing, but from a different perspective than you would do if you pulled down light through your crown. So that profound acknowledgement created such a bliss in my heart. It just was amazing to breathe that minty breath of God and feel that vibration heightening so much that I felt like I really had to tether myself to earth. But it's a powerful, powerful thing to acknowledge your divinity, your spark of God within you, and allow that to be the truth of your being. Because we think, well, if I'm not concentrating on it, it's going to just be this tiny little ball. But put your awareness there and it becomes the truth of your being, which is the truth.
That's right.
So there you are.
If all of us are walking around with this kind of energy around us, if we can actually get ourselves to this point, can you imagine how much we can send out to the rest of the universe?
It's
amazing. Yeah.
Totally amazing, because you're really you're centered and standing in the truth of your true beingness. So that is super powerful.
It surely is. It surely is. Thank you, Jean, for finding this. I do want to say Jean did not make this. But,
no, I don't. I don't know who the artist is.
Yeah, we don't know who the artist is, but she found it, and it really does encapsulate.
It does. When you look at that picture, it just makes it all happen.
It does, yeah. And you realize we don't feel small anymore when we look at it. We can say to ourselves, there are so many layers of us that go out, 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 out into the universe that we are no small thing. So, oh, fabulous. Well, we've got quite a number
and
of
whatever resonates with you as well. That may not resonate with you if you find something that has Kuan Yin or Mother Mary or whatever resonates with you that allows you to connect to that soul's vibration, that essence, that divine essence inside of you. But this is just what I was feeling with my spiritual journeys and my meditations, and just things seem to be ramping up. And isn't it funny? Well, Allie was asking me about the eclipse and yeah, and all the happenings around that too. So it's a very powerful time. And I hear that it's actually a high manifestation time, even though the day of the eclipse, they say it's important to lay low, but in between the two, solar and lunar, that it's a very high manifestation time.
That's right. Yes. Do your affirmations and your mantras, and make sure they're positive ones. Don't ask for something you don't, in other words, I don't want this to, you never want to do that. You always want to say, or I am that. Or
thank you for this, and thank you for that.
That's right. Yes. Thank you for the joy you bring into my life, or whatever. Yeah. Very good. Very good. All right, so we've got quite a number of people here. I'm going to shout out to some of them. Suzanne is here, Tanita, Miss Tarot D, Martha, Visual Thinker, Laura Davis, Wiki. I know I saw Craig Dixon and Miss Tarot D. Viviani's here, Leah is here, and KK. Oh my goodness, Susa from Germany, Leah, Linnea, Hypnicity. Monique, Morella, Barbara, my goodness. Thank you all for being here. Terry at Holding Your Space. Thank you, Terry. It's good to see you. Ron, Unconditional Love. Hi, sweetie. Deborah Beniki. Arlene Forney, Victoria, Boundaries, Earth Spirit. Hi, Amy. Yeah, thanks everybody. Jan's free. I mean, I could spend a half an hour calling you all your names, but please know that you are very loved and appreciated for being here with Jean and Valerie and I today. So thank you so much, everybody. Let's get some readings done here. All right. Oh, Rose Blue, how wonderful. I said the Ho'oponopono prayer yesterday 21 times.
Wow.
Well, there you go, girl. Woo! That's wonderful. 7 times 3, right? All right. So we have Tanita. She would love any message from either spirit or a past loved one coming through, please. Thank you, Tanita.
So, Tanita, they're telling me you're doing all the right things. I feel as though you're almost taking a break and really taking care of yourself. I feel as though there's like a change, not only just this change in the season and the weather. There's a change in your speed. I feel as though as all of us wind down and we do go inward and we spend a little bit more times indoors and during this season coming up. But I also feel with you, perhaps there was a lot of action and energy moving over the summertime, and I feel as though you may be doing a little bit more quiet meditation and introspective work is what I'm feeling.
Awesome.
Yeah. And when I tuned in, I got this grandmother energy coming in, and a sweet, sweet grandmother. And then she showed me a rainbow coming down from her down over your head. And I felt like that was giving you a new perspective, and you have new gifts that are going to be opening up from all of this. So going forward, look for that and, follow all the breadcrumbs. So congratulations.
So these are from a new deck called the Ancestor Spirit, and it says here to take care of your whole self, your WHOLE self, and your health, and make sure you're using and balancing yourself out. So there you go, Tanita. Very important for us at this point. We get to the point sometimes where we take care of other people much better than we take care of ourselves. And it's always a good reminder to take care of your whole self, WHOLE. Yes. All right. Thank you so much. All right. We have Hypnicity. She had an investor look at her home a couple days ago. Will it come to anything? Can I trust him? His name is Daniel. Hypnicity, thank you for your donation, by the way. That's very kind of you, dear.
So it's a buyer, right?
I believe so. An investor buyer.
So I feel as though you're asking, I don't mean to be stating the obvious, but the questions that you're asking, there's different answers to. So you're asking, can you trust him? No, he's not trustworthy, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't mean that he won't buy your house. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't mean that it depends. There's two different energies here, and he's just not, he's just not, he's just not of our vibration, I guess. And there's nothing wrong with that. And it takes all kinds to make the world go round, I guess. But if you want to ask, is he going to buy the house and not and have everything go through? I feel as though, he's going to try and get every squeeze blood out of a stone almost. And he's going to not nitpick you, but he's going to really ask for the whole kit and caboodle. And what I want you to remind you is that you have the ultimate power of saying no. You could say, this is what the price of my house is, and it's as is. So if you don't want it, you can say no. Don't be lured in. Don't be romanticized. Don't be like, oh no, I can do this, I can do that. I can watch with the promises and make sure you get everything in writing. But so it's sort of complicated. How about you, Val?
Say, I can't add anymore. Exactly what you said. Exactly. I wouldn't add anymore. Yes. You've said it
So
all.
I got that this guy is camouflaged.
Yeah.
So, in other words, seems like a nice guy, but you can't tell. Yeah. And that's exactly what the ladies had said. But that doesn't mean you can't work with him. But I would be cautious of what you tell him and so on. Yeah, absolutely.
And keep your boundaries. Make sure you say no, because he's trying to make the most of his own business, of his own
Right.
income. He's not
Right.
doing it to hurt you. He's just doing it to improve his situation. So
Absolutely. Yep. So Flower Beauty, you may ask a question. Could you please put it up because the questions will be closed after you. And so moderators, if you wouldn't mind writing that on the walls, then that would be great, because I can't do it on Jean or Val's wall. All right. All right. Okay. Let's see. We've got, sorry, I'm trying to find. All right. We got Martha Bean here. Anybody that is just so you all know, anybody that is a member jumps to the front of the line of my channel or Val's channel, just because that's part of our membership. So Martha says, I think I'm doing, do you think I could reach out like that to open my Akashic records? I think she's talking about what we talked about in the beginning.
Yeah. And I did answer her in the chat.
Oh, you
but
did?
Yeah,
Okay.
you can. It's the same thing. You're in that. They told me this is the quantum field. You are surrounded by the quantum field. You are in it. And as you're opening that up, that's that field that's at the top of your crown. When I direct you there for the Akashic records, it's everywhere. So I just give you a point to focus. But yes, you can. Yeah.
All right. So I guess that's really all she wanted to know at this point. So thank you. Rishi, I got your question, but I can't take any more. Thank you for putting it up, though. Thank you so much. All right, here is Ness. Who was the council I interacted with, guides or interdimensional beings? Which one was it, if you know?
Well, I just keep getting the Galactic Federation. And I don't know if it's the Council of Nine or what it is, but that's the first thing that came into my head. And they have many, many, many people out there. Even though it's a Council of Nine, they have a bunch of people, or the Council of 10, or whatever number it is. They have a lot of people that work with them, assisting them to do whatever projects that they are bringing forward for the Earth, or whatever planetary system. They're not just here, but in particular for the Earth. Yes, you are working with them, and coming forward, there's going to be some missions for you to accomplish. You may not see it as such, but it will come up, and you'll be kind of prompted or guided to do XYZ. In terms of shifting energy and all kinds of things. So, yeah, congratulations.
Wow.
They felt like interdimensional beings. Wow.
Yeah. That's
They are interdimensional in that when you're in the higher vibrations, when you're in those higher vibrations, you're not in this dimension. You are in a different dimensional space and time. And when the extraterrestrial ships come, they blink in and out. That's in and out of this dimensional space. So yes and yes. Galactic and interdimensional.
That's fabulous. That's fabulous. Any other words, Jean, from you?
Yes, actually, I was getting something a little bit different, and it was similar, but more specific. I was feeling the energy of the brotherhood of the white light, and it's not really brotherhood as in gender; it's brotherhood as in loyalty, like a loyal council or a loyal group of beings of the white light. And what they're tell me is that they are rescuers and they are here for the greater good of humanity. So I feel as though you are a light worker, you are perhaps even a star seed, but this is a group of higher dimensional beings that are here to almost to escort us through to the next dimension. And I feel as though they're calling upon you to either connect with them or to work with them. But just, and you would ultimately know if you want to look into that particular thread. I don't know that as much about them, but this is the energy that I felt.
Okay. So she said it was they were talking about her, but then whoops, sorry. And then they made a decision to save her. Wow. You got a lot of information, Ness. That's fabulous. Gee. I'm feeling otherworldly right this moment. My hands are tingling and I'm feeling as though the vibration that we have today in this moment, at this time, absolutely skyrocket. So just thank you, everybody. It feels really good. All right. Thank you, Ness. All right, Monique, message from Spirit. What do I need to know now? All right. Thank you for your donation, Visual Thinker.
So they're telling me that you're on the right path. I know I said that earlier with somebody else, but I feel as though they want you to know that you're on the right path, that we sometimes question or hesitate or wonder. You feel as though there's something more that you could be doing, and they're just asking you to like meter your energy. Like you're going to be going forward and then you're going to stop, and then you're going to go forward and then you're going to stop. It's like a metered kind of, you know how like when you're merging onto a big highway, it's metered there, and they're letting you know to meter your energy. And this is more intense right now, but they want to let you know that you're definitely on the right path, Monique, and you do trust your guidance, trust your instincts, trust the messages that you feel, that you're hearing, that you're that this knowing that comes over you. You're like, is this really trust it? They're telling you trust it, and that you're moving in the right direction.
Right. And for you, Monique, I got opening of the crown chakra and the third eye. And I heard the book is open. Just read it. So to me, that means the information is being presented to you. Just open up to it. Well, no matter where you find it, whether it's from books or whatever experience or channeling that comes in, thought voices, pay attention. Just like Jean said, pay attention to those because they are, trust that you're getting those messages.
Wow.
So, yeah.
So, Monique, I have here that you've been overcoming obstacles, and you can see the third eye open here. So they're saying you've been doing that, and now you're on your way to balance, and that's so important. Balancing between the physical and the spiritual world. But it says you're worried about something. Don't be worried about it. It's paying a debt for something that you do not already owe. So see the third eye. It is opening up. Trust that that is true, and whatever comes through it is meant for you. I think that's a hard thing for a lot of people. Am I making this up? You know, that kind of thing.
It's yeah.
All right. Very good.
I love those cards, Allie. They're really powerful.
They are. They're the actually I love them too. They're called the Higher Self Oracle. And yeah, they're just gorgeous. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so Bondries wonders if she can have a reading about her career. If I'm assuming it's a her. Okay. Their career.
So I think I need a little bit more information, Boundaries, but what I'm feeling for you is that you're sort of you're in a position that is profitable or feasible for you, and you're just wondering, is there something more? Is there something else? Is there what I don't feel fulfilled, or I don't feel like I'm in the spot that I need to be in. I don't feel like I can do the most good here in this particular spot. And you're just wondering if there are any other options. So if you could just let me know if this is your position, that would be helpful, but I don't know.
I really concur. I get a shallow feeling about where you're at now, that feeling that it's not it. But I saw many avenues that you can travel down as far as something that you can do as an avocation alongside a career or a job. So that may be opening up to things that you might do, like reading tarot or doing intuitive readings or whatever that may be. That is the fulfillment your soul seems to be calling, right, Jean? It's that feeling that you need that fulfillment, that sweet place in your heart's desire that needs to be filled. Yeah, I'm getting the chills.
So boundaries. Thank you, boundaries. I wasn't. Thank you for telling us it is a female. Thank you, dear. I get an egg. So what's that? Fertility. New life is
Yeah.
emerging. So I think the career is. Yeah, I think that's what the ladies have already said, and it's going to
Yeah.
put you in the spotlight. Woohoo! There you go. In whatever way you want to be put in the spotlight. You aren't going to be thrown in if you don't want to be. But finally, it says it might be something to do with health or health conscious things, diet, I don't know, whatever. It could be yoga, it could be anything. Oh, yeah, but whatever it is that you're interested in. And you bought a lot of tarot cards. Well, there you go. So maybe you're going to be doing tarot. Show yourself boundaries. Whatever it is, go for it, and know that you will be enjoying what you're doing.
So I just wanted to add, I got a little hit at the very end there that it's anything with the geriatric community, and whether it's even, hospice or just taking care or providing a service or assisting families or placement, whatever it is, you have such a compassionate heart, and these wise souls that have volunteered to come here, you treat them with the respect that they deserve, and this may be something that will be fulfilling for you. And it's just a suggestion. It's just something I got.
Love it.
Yeah, that's awesome. You might even go and teach the old folks in the folks home how to read tarot. Never know.
Never know.
Thank you for your question, Boundaries. Victoria 99, what do you think I need to know right now? That you left the pot burning. You have to go back and check the pot. No. Sorry. I try to throw in humor every once in a while just to laugh, but some people don't find it funny. My ex-husband would say, don't park too close to a fire hydrant. That's what he'd say. That's it.
Right.
Victoria, I feel as though you're at a crossroads that you have. What they showed me, and please, I mean, just my guides are funny like this, but they showed me a skunk, and they showed me that there's black and that there's white, and that there are two different realities that you're dealing with. There are two different decisions, two different sides, two different expressions of yourself. Like you may have to compromise yourself in order to go to work, and then when you're at home, you're a different person. A lot of us do that, but there's something that is really black and white in your life that you feel as though you have to almost like jump in between. Yeah, they're saying that that this is actually an illusion. This is actually an illusion. It's almost like a perspective. And what they want you to do is to put yourself in the other shoes, the other, whatever you're not in, put yourself in the other shoes and almost feel the vibration of what it may feel like in order for that person to be in that other reality or that other dimension even, but I see something that's really black and white for you and that you're troubled by it. I don't know if it's a decision or if it's an energetic thing. So please let me know if that makes sense to you. It's really
So, Victoria, the first thing I got, and the word was boundaries, even though the last person's handle is boundaries. This is what I got for you. And I heard set your boundaries, rein in your empathic feelings, because things around you are not always about you, and you're taking in all this stuff around you. Let's just say you're taking on other people's angst and worry and everything that's going on. So they're telling me that you have a really open heart, but they are also wanting you to open your gifts up. You have this empathic ability that always comes with claircognizance. This is something that you have. And once you start using it daily, just start a 5-minute practice, talking to your guides, open up to that, and this will blossom into many things for you. But set those boundaries, because your energy reserves, your center, your balance is so important for this. That is what they want to say. So, yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
And what I got was to spend a little bit more time outside with the nature spirits, the elementals, the elves, the fairies, and the rock formations. Look at that.
Love that.
Yeah. It just gives you a little bit more time to commune with
grounding.
They're not intense. They're very kind and soft and loving. Yeah. Yeah.
I love that. Get the chills.
Yeah. Yeah, and there are no wrong decisions, Victoria. As long as we're moving forward, you'll get guidance to track back to an area of a path that you should have been on if you do choose to go into a different path. But as long as we're moving forward, as long as we're not in that analysis paralysis, as long as we're trying things and getting outside of our comfort zone and moving forward, these decisions will. It's important to trust that guidance and to trust that we will be led to what is most for our highest good.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
We wish you well, Victoria.
Yeah.
Right. So we have Miss Jan. Jan's free. Can I have a message from Spirit? I'm needing inspiration. Well, we would love to give you a little bit of just that.
So Jan's free. They're just reminding me and some of these things seem cliche, but they're telling me that it's important for you to focus inward, that you're looking outward for answers. You're looking outward for signs. They want you to focus inward and feel, what you resonate with, if you have a gut instinct, if you have a thought of inspiration, they really want you to focus inward.
And that's how I definitely feel that same thing, that they're pulling me in and wanting to tell you to stand in that center, that calm center, slow yourself down, breathe deeply, and allow that spark, like we talked about today, to grow and expand, because this will create a blissful feeling in you. But the first thing I saw is your guides are all sending down a huge bunch of balloons for you, and their messages. You're doing a great job, sending you tremendous love. And so all it takes is to take some deep breaths and expand that spark of God that you are, expand it out all around the world. And that bliss in your heart will just grow, and you will get a ton of hits of creativity and wonderful things coming in from that awareness, growing and evolving from that. If you do that, do it every day, good things will happen.
Absolutely. And for me, you know how we get a theme going sometimes? So we got nature again. Yeah, there's a
Oh,
theme. Yeah, we got nature, and she's, and I know you go out for walks and you work with nature with your mom. So there, the other thing is we have human nature, and it's our
yeah.
human nature that we need to also work on. It says that you are so successful at what you do. And I think that was the balloons, because right
Mhm.
after Valerie said that, I was seeing all these balloons. It's like we can't give you enough appreciation because you deserve it, and you are so successful. And they are grateful to you. And they
Yes.
said, we send you gratitude, of which you can take and send out to others for other things. So, Jan, be inspired, sweetheart. We all love you and we appreciate what you do. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. All right. So we have Miss KK here. Could I get a message from Spirit?
KK, do you talk to the animals? That horse is wanting to chat with you. I feel as though you have like a sixth sense, or like a I don't mean sixth sense, that came out wrong, but like a telepathic awareness with your animals. And you know this, and you're aware of this, and you know that this is part of your empathic nature. But I think it goes a little bit more than that. You can actually resonate with that animal, with that divine beings, that sentient beings, soul, and really care and pick up on their needs or their wants or their um, desires. And yeah, your animal right there is definitely talking to me, and they're like, I've been trying to talk to her this whole time. She thinks it's her imagination.
No, we've been telling her for a long time. It's funny that you brought that up because that was the first thing I ever got when I saw KK. Yeah, yeah,
Really, that
Yeah.
she was an animal communicator?
Yeah.
yes, yes.
She is.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
And it is as Jean was talking, the first thing I was seeing as she started was a white space, like a white room descending down
Mhm.
on you. And that's like that space, that quantum field where you do the readings and the healings and the communication. And it's
Yeah.
like, that's what I got. This is it. So I drew this
There
out.
you go.
As soon as you were talking, it just all flowed and showed me this is how it works and this is what you do.
Hmm.
It's a
Hmm.
powerful
Yep.
thing.
So, if you want to know a little bit more about how, KK, we already talked about it, but you have to center yourself. But it says to pause. So stand by the animal and pause. Maybe put your hands on the animal's face. And then what message do you have for me? Like we would be asking, you would be asking us the same thing. Accept whatever it is that you hear as being what the animal wants you to hear. So whatever you think, like if they say to you, oh, I'm so glad you're here. I would love to have a carrot today. Whatever, whatever it is, that's, and to begin to trust it over and over again, because you are on the right path. And it almost looks like, even though it's just a bunch of clouds, it almost looks like a horse. So yeah, there you go, sweetheart.
There you go.
Yeah, and if you haven't done Reiki yet, maybe you can learn Reiki and do Reiki with the animals as well. I feel like there's a
Yeah,
healing element to
There's
your
a
gift
healing
as well.
element.
that's
Mhm.
true.
Absolutely.
That's
Yes.
awesome. And that would actually, I was told that if I took Reiki, that I would have more power. I would be able to
Yeah.
be a little bit more psychic, and it did help me. It really
Yeah.
did. So yeah, think about it, KK. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have Visual Thinker, and thank you again for your donation. My Uncle Dick passed a week ago, and I'm so sorry to hear that, my dear. Many condolences to you. I'm not sure if it's too soon, but would love a message from him or his mother Ruth or father Richard, who are with him now.
So I feel Ruth coming through really strongly first. And she said that we were preparing him. They were coming into his awareness and kind of letting him know what to expect. And when he was sleeping, or when he was not unconscious, but in a meditative state, I guess they were preparing and talking to him at that time. and his mom said that he did a wonderful job of just letting go. And she said he effortlessly changed, moved over to back to the spirit world. And she said he's in good hands, and he is elated and almost like crying with, almost like when things are so beautiful and the unconditional love is so overwhelming, he is just absolutely filled and overjoyed and filled with this unconditional love, and that they are all surrounding him and assisting him. But he is going through his process. She's just telling me this. It's almost like she's the MC, almost like she's sending you a text message or something. But I don't pick up him so much. How about you, Val?
Well, I immediately got him, but I felt his energy still hanging out with all of you a little bit, even though at the same time he's going through his process, because we are multidimensional spiritual beings. So he's feeling, just like you said, he's feeling elated and fantastic that he's in spirit form. Oh my gosh. I wrote down, he's learning how to navigate it, and he's just so excited. The imagination is there's no limit. You can be wherever you want to be, right then and there. You can move and do everything. He's absolutely thrilled. He just wants you to know that it's phenomenal. So
I think it's a good time to mention that sometimes the enthusiasm, or the, like, if they come through and they are humorous or jokey or whatever, and we bring to you what they show us, that it isn't out of disrespect. We realize they've passed, but most people on the other side are kind of happy to be there, to tell you the truth. So it's like, it's an excitement. It's like going to a family reunion. You haven't seen anybody for X amount of time.
His personality is still there, actually.
Yeah.
So he is just saying, I'm on a trip, I'm in a new place, and he's sharing what he's finding there. It's not like he ended. To him, he's good.
He just kept going.
So it isn't. Yeah, there is no.
There is no end. So but a lot of people will say, well, that's funny that someone just passed and I'm sad. Why are they not sad? Or why are we getting?
That's the human experience of loss and grief, and that's what we are here to go through.
Thank you.
That's
yes, Val.
The 3D.
He said, I'm kind of important over here right now. Everybody's paying a lot of attention to me. And he said, I kept all my promises, and I'm meeting up with those that I had left before me, and I'm so happy to be with them. And he wants to send you this message. He says, this is an act of love for you, visual thinker. Just be you. Be you in all the ways that you can be you. Don't worry about what other people think. Think only that what you're doing, and your intention is to be this wonderful, beautiful human being. Be you and enjoy every moment of it while you're still on earth. There you go. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
All right. So we have Deborah wanting to get a message from Guinevere for her daughter Hannah, if at all possible. Okay.
Is it Genevieve, perhaps? And is Genevieve one of your daughter's friends?
Sorry, it is Genevieve. My apologies.
That's her. I like Guinevere too, so you're channeling me. I love both of those names. So
they're beautiful.
Is Genevieve perhaps a lifelong friend of your daughter's? It would be. I don't know who she is. It would just help me out. But Val, if you want to go first, you can. Let me see what Deborah says.
I feel like Genevieve is. Once in a while she hangs out with Hannah, but she's pretty much doing her own thing over there. I feel her very, very busy. She's got so many things that she really loves doing, and she's doing a lot of things for Earth too. But she is taking a lot of experiential classes and things like that. I can't even explain it, but she's learning a lot of things. So she's kind of busy. But when she does pop in, she wants Hannah to know that she is proud of her, that she feels that loving bond with her, and that she'll be forever connected to her and never doubt that. But as I said, I mean, she's busy, but she loves her, sends her love. I don't, other than that, and the pride she has for Hannah and everything that Hannah is doing and evolving in this lifetime, she is very much sending her great love for all of those accomplishments. And yeah,
Wow.
that makes any sense.
I am going to assume that this message is from Genevieve for her daughter, and it is find your voice, express yourself, open up, and sing out. So many times younger people, and I don't know how much younger she is, but it doesn't matter because compared to her mother, she's younger. But we all need to find our own authentic voice. Sometimes we don't know what we feel about something, what we think about something, and we kind of just adapt to whatever everybody else is saying. Whereas we need to go to the beat of a different drummer. And so finding our own voice and staying within that trust that this is who I am and how I wish to be. She wants to send that along to her daughter because she feels that it's always some good advice. So,
Yeah, I think I read that wrong. I thought she was saying for Deborah,
Yeah.
for her
Yeah,
daughter.
I thought it was a daughter's friend,
Yeah.
Genevieve, for
no,
her
it's for
daughter. Yeah,
Genevieve
I
for her
totally
daughter.
did it the opposite way. But even so, Genevieve is still up there doing a bunch of things. This message is still the same, even if it is a friend, because that when you're in spirit, the connection, the familial connection, it's not exactly the same because you have a huge soul family and you come in that soul family in many different roles and ways, but they will embrace you as you come from the earth plane back into the heaven planes in that same familiar context. But yeah, she's busy doing good things. She's learning a lot.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
As we all would be if we were there.
Yeah, if we were there. Yeah.
Val and I were talking yesterday or the other day because Mary Lou Retton is not well, and we were doing a reading on Mary Lou Retton, the gymnast, and we heard that she has what do you call it in her throat, the breathing machine, and she's trying to decide whether to shall I stay or shall I go, so to speak, for entertainment purposes only. And I said to Val, I think when people are in that state, it's harder to come back than it is to let go. And because you're in this beautiful place, and we can't even begin to understand how beautiful it really truly is. So to come back would be
and the only thing that would prompt you, and a lot of times, is if you have young kids or if you have life path mission that you haven't yet accomplished, and then they dangle the carrot in front of your face. Oh gosh, I wanted to get that done.
I know.
Back in the body.
I really do believe that. I do, because there are different exit points. We've talked about that before on here, and so anyway, I just want you to realize, everybody, that once you're in that state, it's hard to make a choice. You have to weigh everything and figure it all out. So it isn't, All right. So Leah, if I started a business, would I lose more than gain monetarily? Well, initially, probably.
Yeah, I was going to say within what time frame?
Yeah,
because a lot of businesses are in a loss for a year or even two for the first 2 years.
Up to 5. It could be up to 5, actually.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I've been a tax preparer, and I know it can take up to 5 years to turn a profit. So doesn't mean that that's always true, but it depends on the business. So,
well, and I'm hearing that, first of all, your question is self-defeating. I'm not telling you this in a critical or negative way. I'm just saying that once you get a spark of divine inspiration to start a business, that platform of divine spark that is growing within you to create this business is a solid foundation. From that heartfelt pull to do this, that creates success, and you will be able to manage. From a platform of what's my lack first before you begin, don't start it till you get to the heart-centered place about it. And as Jean mentioned, yes, and Allie too, that when you start a brand new business, there's a time period where you have to kind of feed money into it while it's getting on its legs. So yeah, all of those things.
Mm-hmm. So I have hard work. If you have hard work, the money will come. I can't tell you when, because there's so many different circuitous paths that you could take. But be careful. Don't give out your secrets to anyone if you're wanting to make money. If whatever it is you're doing, be careful who you associate yourself with, because you don't want somebody to undermine you. That's just my advice, but this is for today only. So there you go.
I get a sense that she's going to be reinvesting into her own business, and with that, with any revenue coming in, reinvesting and growing and buying new equipment, perhaps it would be looking like you're breaking even, but you're actually building the business. You're building wealth in the business. It may not be monetarily profits, but it's actually building your business and reinvesting in it. So that was the sense that I was getting there. So I'm sorry to be vague, but it
is kind of nebulous at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. And with all the differing timelines, especially right now, we're right in the middle of chaos. It's really hard to project more than what's going on within this time frame. So thank you, though. Thank you very much, Leah. Okay, so Rishi asked, can I have any general advice for my angels? Of course, Rishi. Thank you for being here.
So I feel as though there's an angel around you, Rishi, that is a guardian of your heart and of your compassion and of your empathy. There is many, many heart virtues that you have, but this particular angel is guarding over you and watching over this aspect in your energy. I feel as though this guardian or this angel that is guarding over you is also one of generosity or of trying to think of the word philanthropy or something. What is that word? Philanthropy.
Yeah.
And you're a very, very giving nature, and you want to it's very important for you to do tithing and to give as you receive. And that's what I feel as though one angel that is around you right now is helping you with.
Okay. So the first thing that came in is Archangel Michael. And I feel like one of your powerful platforms or jobs or roles here is about truth and living your life in accordance with your divine plan, your sacred heart, whatever that means to you, and sharing that with everyone around you, living in that truth by example. You're generating a huge amount of energy that goes out, and you don't even realize how many people you're affecting. And also Archangel Chamuel, and I don't even know what he does, but he's coming in saying, yeah, I work with him. So look that up, because I can't even remember what that Archangel does. But the elemental kingdom is also stepping up to say, when you're outside in nature, the
Mhm.
little sprites and the tree spirits and all of the, you are among your friends because they love you.
Yeah.
So go out there. They support your energy and also give you renewal. And so think about going outside when you feel a little, burdened, and you'll feel a renewal. So the
So
message really
Rishi,
is. Mm,
I got imagine, which is one of my favorite words. I think of John Lennon and him singing that beautiful song. But imagine what it is that you want, and you can have it. If you believe it. Keep asking why, because it's saying to you, when you ask why, you get the answers, but you have to listen. You may see a post somewhere, you may see a sign somewhere. It's there to give you the message. And finally it says you can be a thinker. A thinker is a good thing, but also work from your heart center. That's where you're going to hear from the angels and the fairies and the sprites and all the elementals. Our heart center is where it all begins, and then we bring it up from the heart. So thank you, Rishi. Thank you very much. Thank you for waiting. Yeah. Oh, Chamul is he who searches for God. Thank you, Juno. That's wonderful. Yeah. All right. I'm sorry to those of you who came in late that we cannot read for you, but I have two more. And I just want to say, Warrior Girl wants to share that the last time we got together and read for her, that her hearing on Friday the 13th and the weekend, we were right. It turns out my roommate went to Connecticut for the weekend, and my son worked all weekend. Warrior Girl was still holding your resolution for this trial in our hearts in the hearing. And we send you lots of love, sweetheart. And thank you for what you do
absolutely.
for the community. Yeah, she's a very wonderful community person.
Mhm.
All right, so Flower Beauty, what guidance do my spirit guides have regarding money stolen by S and family? What is being hidden from me? I'm sorry that you had money stolen, dear. Hmm.
Again, a lot of these trials and tribulations and these offenses that are, it, you know, offended or done against us, these are all opportunities for us to um, practice how we will respond. What we allow is going to affect our energy, and in the manner that we allow it to affect our energy. And whether it's right or wrong, there is no judgment. What it is that they are on their path. And it's it's easy to say, but difficult to do. And I feel as though you want to protect yourself and protect your energy, but also allow them to uh, manifest or create the offenses, because not allow them, but understand that their path is to follow this, that there will be no gains from it. They may have stolen money, but it will be as if they never had that money, or something else will happen that'll take it right back away, or that they feel as though it's never enough. It's not for us to decide the impunity on someone else. It's their own journey, and it's their own consequences. And what we need to do is to focus on our own energy, how we're going to allow this. We can have not pity on them, but care about them enough to wish them enlightenment, wish them that they change their ways, wish them that they find out that that what they did was wrong, and learn from it. But we can't change. But we can't change them. We can only change how we react to this situation. Try not to allow it to taint you. Try not to allow it to paint you as a victim, because this means that they've won. You don't want them to steal money and make you a victim, because that's negative energy. We want to be able to preserve our energy, our divine generosity, and not allow that offense to affect us in a negative way. It's very easy to say, very hard to do.
Yes.
Yeah. So Flower Beauty, I'm so sorry this is one of the experiences that you signed up for.
Yeah.
You decided, well, I'm going to go through this and see what it's like. But the first thing they told me, and I haven't said one more word beyond this, let it go. And the reason why they're saying let it go, and I know you don't want to hear this, but let it go is for you, because you don't want your awareness every day in the present to be stuck somewhere in the past event that happened and worried about how are you going to get something back, which is being in a state of lack. Be in the present moment, stay in your now, and live from a place where you have abundance. And whether that money comes back to you in some way, shape, or form in the future depends on you being in the present moment in a loving and open heart, letting go and forgive yourself, forgive everyone else. It sounds trite, but if you do that, if you allow that forgiveness, you will free yourself. You will unburden yourself, and all the flow can start again. And you can receive everything that is coming that is wonderful. So,
So I'm going to throw in a little bit. I'm going to be kind of nebulous with what, but I want you to know that from the time of 2003 until this year, so 20 years, I have had to suffer with lack and limitation from something that was taken from me, much like you, but it was a lot more. I'm only saying it was in the double digit, and it was very, very difficult. And I had to weather it and weather it and weather it. And it changed this week. There's a big change that shifted and came and took care of it. So the karma wheel came back my way. It said, thank you for being open to receiving that which was taken from you. And thank you for letting it go during that period of time, because it was necessary for your own well-being. So I hate to be vague, but I just want you to know we will get it back. It may not be from the same source, but it does happen. But the first thing you have to do is let it go.
go.
Yeah.
That's
And
the
I'm
magic
sorry.
formula, and it sounds counterintuitive, but it is so true. Yes.
And I'm sorry, but the relatives are actually the worst ones. And
Yeah.
because you've called them out and say that you're the one lying, but you aren't. If you
You
aren't,
got to just
then
let,
don't buy into it. Don't buy into
first
it.
of all, you do not have to be around relatives who say things to you that are not positive. Just remember, just because they're relatives, you can, create some boundaries and live in a beautiful state of the present moment without any of that negativity and
And
bringing you
yeah,
down.
and Flower
So,
Beauty, we all know you don't want to hear us say that.
yeah,
It's very you feel like someone has really
you feel
screwed up.
wronged, and
Yes, you do. Yeah,
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 but trust us, the formula is forgive, release,
yeah.
let it
And
go.
allow. It will come back.
Allow,
Yeah.
yes,
It may not come back from them, but it
yeah,
will come back. It
yes,
will.
exactly.
Just don't know when. All right.
Some of the people that have had the worst offenses against me, I've learned to love them. And you're like, what? Love them?
Yeah.
They did this and this to me. They're horrible to me, and they were very abusive to me. But what some of the spiritual teachings say is, if you love these people who have offended or have acted offensive to you, then this enables you to understand that they teach us our own strengths. Love them for teaching us what our own strengths are, what our own ability is to be strong in despite of all of these things working against us. This is your opportunity to grow and to stand confident and to build your own character.
And don't be in lack because of all of this. That's
And it's a
important.
human nature to be angry. It's human nature to want retribution. It
That's
really
where the
is.
forgiveness comes
That's
in.
where it
It's
comes
for
in.
you,
And
not them.
yeah,
It's for
it is.
you.
It's you. It's you, because you can't hurt them by your feelings. So, yeah.
You don't want to carry that burden on. Yeah.
I'm so sorry though, that has happened to you, and that other people are being so hard on you.
I got an immediate yes, Laura.
Oh,
Immediate
oh,
yes. Big
okay,
green yes.
okay. A big yes.
I say nothing ventured, nothing gained. It's definitely a huge need right now, and you two are light workers, and I can
Mhm.
see the head of the team in the picture right there. That's the head of your team. You can have like therapy dogs.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, yes, absolutely.
Uh, so I get here. Yes, you will love this if that's
It,
what you want. When
yeah.
you love what you're doing, abundance will come.
Oh, totally.
You have to believe that, and help is on the way to get you started. Look at that, and that might be that little guy in the picture. I don't
You're
know.
going to get people on waiting lists to be in your home. I mean, you're going to be turning people away. So, yeah, success, definitely.
And look what I get. I pull forgiveness, and I don't know if this is left over from the other reading or not, but I do believe that everybody needs to be willing to forgive.
Yes.
And I will tell you this, and I know this isn't your question, Laura, but thank you for being here. But I will tell you this: most of the time, when there's a loss in a family and there's a will and there's all that, people come out to be the real people that they truly are.
Yeah.
And if people are not very nice, but they hide it really well, um, you'll find out. I found out when my brother passed in December, and I have not been able to talk to any part of my family because I wasn't able to go to the funeral. So they all shut me down, and they all hate me now. And that's okay. If that's their deal. I know my brother and I are okay. So
Sure.
um, much
Absolutely.
love to all of you. Any last words, ladies, for the week? Oh, Vicky did tarot readings for 20 people. Very good. That's awesome.
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
fantastic. Well,
I have a
I just want to say to everyone in all these energies that we're going through, don't forget the manifestation part, just like Jean was mentioning. The
Yes.
manifestation part is big. Whatever your heart's desire is, put it out there. And yeah.
And similarly to the way that we started this show, find an image that inspires you. Find a phrase that inspires you, and build yourself a vision board. I mean,
Oh,
vision boards. I'm very visual. This is why I like all the that. But
Yeah.
it is really strong, and it talks to the part of the brain that is a subconscious. And if you build a vision board and put things around you that you would like to manifest, this is ultimate. This is it's just so very powerful.
it
It
is
adds
so
another layer to it. What's that?
I've done
Yep.
many vision boards and they are totally amazing.
Yes,
Amazing.
they are. I just want to finish with Nancy said, since bad things that happen to us due to actions of others are part of a life plan, does that mean there is no evil but simply life lessons? I love that.
It is
And I think
true.
that's a powerful
Yes.
question. Yeah.
Because if you consider everything is God, is divine source, is all that is, then yes.
Yeah.
Hello, everything. So
Everything.
whatever you're seeing here on the earth plane is all that is.
Uh-huh.
So
We are
without
that.
judgment, without
We are
judgment.
that. That's right. So come back to that poster at the beginning of the show. If those of you who came in later, Jean posted, showed us a really beautiful image. Try and put yourself into that image and see yourself as that. And you can uplift your vibration and bring good things into you. So thank you,
Yeah.
Jean. Thank you, Val. Always a pleasure. And everyone in the chat. And for the donations, the moderators, the subscribers to all of our channels. God bless you and keep you. And have a wonderful week ahead. Thank you.
You.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks,
And
Allie.
Thank you.